You have to have a passion for it, because if not, then I think people can tell when someone's just doing shit to do it. But it's obvious, like, you have not only a pretty educated background in, creating these recipes that are actually healthier than the alternative, but we could tell you love it. And I know you love it because you did end up officially starting your own coffee company, KNINE Coffee. And so when did that start?
We started KNINE in 2019, at the end of 2019, right before COVID kicked off. Mm-hmm. So it was an interesting start. The initial launch was really good. And I'll just be totally transparent with everybody here, because that's how you should be. I had never had a plan of owning a business or starting a business, whatever. So the way that I launched things, I did everything as a pre-order. Mm-hmm. And so it was like, okay, you order, you're going to have to wait about 4 weeks for your stuff to come in. Because it's like, when you don't have a ton of capital to start a business, you have to get creative with the ways you're going to do it. So if you do a pre-order, people give you all their money, right? They pay for the products. So you get the money up front, then you buy the products that you're there. Then you buy their products and then you ship it to them. So that's what the idea was. That was the plan. And what happened was, instead of 4 weeks, there was like some sort of supply chain issue. And so it ended up being like 8 to 10 weeks for some people. And so that initial big launch day that we had, I'm sure that 70 to 85% of those customers probably weren't ever going to come back. So then we spent 2020 trying to get back on track from that, and things were good. We had built momentum. There was 3 of us, and then things just weren't working out between one of the partners. And so in 2021, at the end of 2020, we split ways with one of them and decided to push a new direction, but we didn't just want to jump back into it. So we took the first 6 months of the year off. So we kept all the subscription members, all the people that were already, paying to receive coffee each month. We kept that in rotation. But up until July, we rebranded everything completely. And we started working. That was my plan to move out here to Austin. Mm-hmm. So we're working hand in hand with a local roaster to pretty much just hand pick where the origin of the beans, the roast level of the beans. And it's just a much more intensive process than it was before. So I feel more connected to it now. Yeah. So where we're at today, we're pretty much, I like to say that we're 8 months in from, I call that rebrand our initial launch, because the first year and a half or so was more just a learning process. But yeah, so. Which
is important when starting a business, is you are going to have a lot of trial and error. I think that a lot of people, and I know we've talked about this in the past too, is, there's a lot of people that are so afraid of failing that they don't even try. And it's it's a very important thing to do when, as a business owner, is to fail a lot. I mean, just us example, our last show, we didn't capture the audio. Mm-hmm. So I, figured out what worked and what didn't work. And, that's a lot of how business starts, is learning from your failures. And so